welcome to Bloody Flicks. As always, I'm your host Pete.
And I'm Kyle, and we talk about all things bloody.
Alright, before we get into this movie review, if you have not seen this movie, turn off the video right now. Spoiler alert, we're going to review the movie that just was released, Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. So if you've not seen this movie, turn away now, because we will spoil some stuff for you. So spoiler alert, if you have not seen this movie, don't watch this review.
Go see the movie first, then come back.
And support your local theaters, too. Give them some money, because we're the only three in the theater. So go to the theater, support the theater, buy some popcorn, have a drink, and get back out there and keep these theaters alive. So anyway, on to our review of Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. I guess we'll start with the beginning. The premise is based off the original Resident Evil games. The main characters, there's a flashback. You see real quick how they, when they were little, what you kind of know what's about to take place. And then it jumps to the modern time where, I won't discuss characters, but one of the characters gets in town, meets a relative. The premise of the movie is that the Umbrella has left Raccoon City. As they left, they took all the jobs away. Only the poor and people who don't have the money to leave are there. So it's a really run-down town, really poor, no life in the town. The only people left are the ones that are supposed to feel obligated to stay, a few officers and whatnot. There's a guy who, a nerdy type guy who's kind of like a conspiracy theorist.
Yep.
And he found out the truth that Umbrella not only did pharmaceutical medication, they were doing biological warfare type stuff, and people around town start to get sick, bleed out their eyes and stuff. No one knows why they're getting sick. As things get evolved, supposedly something was in the water from Umbrella Corporation. When they find out, they have to make it to find out what's wrong. Well, the mansion, which is in all the games, they have to make it to the main mansion where the doctor lived to find escape, to find a train out of town, because at 6 a.m. they're going to Umbrella's going to blow the town up. So, as far as the characters,
so we have Leon S. Kennedy, who's a rookie cop, which, if you know the games, you know how of a badass Leon is, and unfortunately in this movie, he's just a complete idiot.
He's not. They don't make him naive. They make him just plain stupid.
Yes, he's like the butt of all the jokes in the whole movie.
Yeah. We'll get into that. Go ahead.
And then we have Albert Wesker, who, as you know, he's the villain of the original Resident Evil game, and here he's kind of played like a frat boy, and they don't have him basically be the leader of the Stars team. That goes to Chris Redfield.
Stars.
Yeah, Stars. So unfortunately, they swap roles with them. They make Chris in charge instead of Albert. And then you have Jill Valentine, and you know she's supposed to be the master lockpicker, and that's another character that they kind of swap roles with Claire Redfield. They give her more of Jill's personality, and they flip-flop. And then you have William Birkin, the creator of the G virus. And so, and then you have Chief Irons. He's the comic relief in this movie, outside of, Leon being the butt of all the jokes. So.
Yeah, because you made a comment in the theater that you weren't sure that you could, because when the movies were like, okay, I can see them playing them, I could not see them playing them, and you said you didn't see some characters. But by the end of the movie, I think all the characters worked out pretty well. The only issue I had was the rookie. They didn't make him seem naive, because he's allegedly, he was transferred there because he shot his partner in the butt. So obviously he cannot operate a gun. It could happen, I guess. I don't know. But they make him not only naive, stupid. There's a part where all hell breaks loose. They'll be seen. There's a truck driver. Well, he gets bit, or his dog gets bit. The dog bites him. He's driving. Now, he's told to watch the front end desk of the police station. Now, I don't know how many police stations you could go to that the door is wide open, but for some reason this police station, the gates are wide open, the front doors are wide open, and Rookie is asleep at the desk, out. Now this truck driver, who's now turned zombie, is headed right towards the police station down the hill, flips the truck blows up right in front of the door. The rookie doesn't wake up at all.
No.
Not at all. Doesn't even flinch. How does he wake up?
The truck driver that's now a zombie comes walking through the front door on fire.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, and Chief Irons sees that zombie and shoots him in the head, and then Leon decides to wake up. So a gunshot woke him up, but a big explosion did.
Yeah, a big gas tank trucker, trailer trucker thing blew up. It made him too stupid. And there's another part too where he grabs when all hell breaks loose. He grabs a shotgun and he's like, "Duh, what do I do with it?" And then they take the gun away from him. But at the end of the movie, he can operate a train and he can operate a bazooka. It doesn't make no sense because the chief, even though the chief wouldn't be a comic relief person, they wouldn't act like that. He wasn't over top. I liked him being kind of funny in a way, kind of a smartass. They didn't need the rookie to be the comic relief too. They made him appear so stupid. And we complained about that in the theater. Because I actually mentioned many times if I had a grenade, I would throw it at the movie screen at that time. Because I hated the way they portrayed the rookie, how stupid they made him sound. But with that said, me hating the way he acted in that movie made me love the movie. Because I never hated a character in a movie so much in my entire life that I knew would survive, that wouldn't die, that I wanted to die, that made me actually like the movie that much more.
Yeah, and even as a Resident Evil fan that's played the games and I know how Leon is supposed to be, that irritated me the most. Because now it's like, so now if you make a sequel to this movie, how are you going to be able to make him more of a badass without making, like, lazy writing? And, oh, well, between the movies he grew a pair and now he's this badass.
He went to Police Academy.
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the characters were okay. I think we kind of weren't sure about the characters. The frat boy look character was kind of, but it was okay. It worked. They all were in medium shirts so they could show off their big muscles.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think those shirts could have got any tighter without them losing blood. So the whole premise, they have to go to the doctor's mansion, of course. My biggest thing was that I know you have servants and stuff. How many people do you have working for you? Because as they're advancing through this dark mansion that echoes, there must have been 30 zombies in there. Where did they come from?
Unless they came from the underground laboratory.
How many servants do you have? I mean, they come out of everywhere, which is cool. I did go in there with my expectations being nothing. I mean, I thought the movie was going to be total garbage because the graphics I didn't think were going to be that good. The graphics are actually really good. The graphics are really good. The zombies are really cool. Some of the fight scenes, you think you're going to die, they come out. It was kind of cool. At first I didn't like who played the doctor. I kind of like him in other roles that he's been in, so I didn't see him quite as a doctor. But as the movie progressed, I really actually liked him as the doctor. And he put the virus in him, and then he morphed into whatever the heck that thing's called. The thing that attacks the train that everybody that's famous, in all the movies. So
A tyrant.
is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah, the thingy guy that attacks the train is what I call it. But I guess that's easier to say. So, what did you think overall? I mean,
like I said, as a Resident Evil fan, some of the characters are like they would be in the game. This is one of those movies where if you haven't played the game, you're probably not gonna get most of the references in this movie. But if you played the games, you'll be like, "Oh, I get that," or that was a cool, callback to the movie. I would say that this is probably the best representation of a Resident Evil movie that we're probably gonna get. Hopefully, if they make a sequel, they just go a little more, beyond of Resident Evil lore, and that so anybody can understand it. But
yeah, I don't think you have to necessarily understand it because it's about zombies and everybody kind of knows that there's Resident Evil type thing. It's slow in the beginning, the first half, but not slow where it's unwatchable. The fact that you hate the rookie makes the first part go by quick, and you really don't get the zombies till like a little before half through, and then all hell breaks loose. It's better than the other Resident Evil. I mean, they're both good movies, but this one is more, like I said, to the game. they could almost go from this one into Apocalypse. Or not Apocalypse, but yeah, Apocalypse. Because there were those two movies. I don't know. Just me.
Well,
He's not agreeing.
the way that this movie is set up, I don't know where you could really go from here, because they blew up the city, and that basically takes out the third Resident Evil game. So you would have to go to probably Resident Evil Code Veronica and take it away from Raccoon City as a whole, a new location.
Yeah, because they blew up the city, so you'd almost
Yeah,
have to,
so
they
you
would
could-
escape to the world.
So yeah,
and-
so you couldn't really introduce Nemesis because he's in the third game. So yeah, they would have to go to Resident Evil Code Veronica or Resident Evil 4, and if they do that, they're going to have to try to explain how Leon went from basically a dumbass in this movie to a badass in like Resident Evil 4. So, but yeah, as a Resident Evil fan, I liked it. It's not the greatest, but it is a lot better than the previous 6 that we got,
well,
for the most part.
yeah, I would still say Resident Evil Apocalypse is still better.
Yes.
As far as movie, but I wouldn't think this movie was going to suck. I thought the graphics, because when I saw when I saw the preview on TV, it looked like it was going to be cheesy graphics. I don't know what I was watching, but the graphics are good. The zombies are cool. A lot of action after you get past the first. Once you get towards the middle on, it's a lot of action. Other than that, it's pretty entertaining. I never liked hating a character so much. For me, I actually enjoyed it. It was actually a good time, a good zombie movie. Not the best, but not the worst. I would say I'd give it 3 blood drops out of 5.
And for me, I'd also give it 3 blood drops out of 5.
Alright, so again, if it's a spoiler alert, hopefully you get out to the theater and watch it if you have not already. And until next time.
Stay bloody.